Hey, what's going on guys, WingsOfEnd here and welcome back to another video, and today guys I'm going to help you find the best enchantment for your armor in any edition of the game, Minecraft Bedrock edition, Java edition, whatever you are playing. So if you guys are excited for this video, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new, and without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Now I could just tell you what is the best enchantment in the game right off the bat, but what's the funny that, of course I'm gonna be telling you what is the best enchantment later on in the video, but right now, if you actually stick to the video and actually see the little testings that I have, I think that you are gonna be able to come up with the conclusion of what is the best enchantment for your armor in any edition of the game by yourself. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get to the testing. Now, there are 4 different types of the actual protection for our armor. We have the blast protection, we have the fire protection, we have the projectile protection, and just the protection overall. We're going to be putting every single one of these to the test, and I guess we're going to see which one is actually the best. Of course, the blast protection is going to help you against the blast, like the TNT, most commonly the actual TNT. So what we're going to do, wearing the full diamond armor with only blast protection on every single piece, we're going to see how much damage are we actually going to take from standing on one piece of the TNT when it's activated, including the actual putting us in the air. You can see the actual blast took 1.5 hearts. We are playing in the hard mode. Of course, sometimes it's actually going to take 1 heart, but you're also going to take additional 1 heart from the actual fall damage. So in conclusion, you can take 2.5 hearts or 3 hearts wearing the full blast protection armor if you are actually sitting on an activated TNT from the blast and the actual fall damage. Next thing we're gonna be testing is the actual lava and the environment in the Nether. Usually people want to have different sets when they're actually going to the Nether. Maybe they want some fire protection or maybe even some mixed blast protection. But we're going to see if we actually wear a full diamond armor enchanted with only fire protection and we actually fall into lava. It's going to take few seconds before we actually start taking a little bit of the damage, and this is a really effective way and it's going to give you a nice chance of surviving if you actually fall in a lava lake. But of course we are going to see that we are going to start getting a little bit of the damage, and it's not really that serious because we only take like 1 heart of damage for like 5 seconds or so being in the lava, so it's really nice. But for example, the fire protection is not really going to do much when you actually go against TNT, because if there's more than one, you are definitely going to die. Next armor and enchantment we're going to be checking is the actual projectile protection. Now we are only going to be testing this on the skeleton because it's the most common projectile you're going to encounter, and you're going to see that we are actually not going to take a single bit of the damage. Maybe if there are more of them, they're actually going to do some damage, but one skeleton is going to take like 6 or 7 shots before it actually even deals half a heart of the damage. So this is again a really nice protection. But of course, if we maybe just try to go in a lava for a little bit of the time, you're going to see that we are definitely going to take a lot of the damage. Even if we get out of the lava, we are still going to burn a little bit and take even more hearts of the damage. So you can see the blast protection is good for TNT, the fire protection is good for the fire and the lava, and the projectile protection is obviously good against projectile. But there is one final protection that we have and we're going to take a look at. And the final enchantment that we have to look at is just the plain old protection 4, and I'm going to test it out right now. You saw that the blast protection was tested on TNT, the fire protection was tested on lava, and the projectile protection was tested on the actual skeleton. Of course there are different projectiles, but we mainly focused on that. But for the actual protection 4, you can see we only have the protection 4 on our armor, all the rest are over here in our inventory. Let's just go ahead and see this final test. We're going to get this skeleton to shoot at us a little bit. You can see he did like half a heart of the damage. We're going to go in the lava and we're going to activate the TNT. Keep in mind that everything is on hard mode. We can see after all of this, we're going to take only 3 hearts of the damage after every single one of those things was activated, so it's really not that big of a deal. So combining the TNT blast, the lava and the fire, we take the fire damage and of course the projectile damage from the actual skeleton. We in all of that took exactly 3 hearts of the damage. We were playing on the hard mode as you can see right here. So combined we took 3 hearts of the damage. Let's just go ahead and see just individually what is actual TNT going to do to us. Remember that the actual blast protection did 3 hearts and over here we have 2.5 hearts. I'm pretty sure if we had our saturation up, we would only take like 2, maybe even 1.5 hearts. So you can see, you don't have to use blast protection because the protection can actually do the job for you. The protection 4 basically protects you from the actual blast damage, from the fire damage, and of course from the actual projectile damage. You're going to see that this is really effective, and that you don't actually need different sets, maybe for the nether, maybe when you go to like maybe a snow biome, because there's a lot of these rays over there at night that are definitely going to shoot you. You can see using only one enchantment, which is protection 4, is going to be really useful, and you don't have to spend a lot of the diamonds, different enchantments, and of course levels to get different types of the actual armor, or maybe you just want to combine them. Basically, the best enchantment for your armor is by far going to be the protection 4, just the plain old protection, because it's going to protect you from all those three different factors: the fire damage, the blast damage, and the projectile damage. It's absolutely amazing. Let's just go ahead and prove you that the protection is the best armor. If you actually go ahead, maybe grab yourself the actual, let's just go for the projectile protection over here, and we're going to see how long can we actually survive, and can we even survive these two tests over here, the blast and the actual lava. Let's just go ahead and see how much damage we are actually going to take using the actual projectile damage, projectile protection against the TNT blast. And you saw over here that we took 6 heart of the damage from the actual blast, and of course the little fall because the TNT launches us into the air. And let's just go ahead and dip ourselves into the lava, and let's try to run over here. Let's see if we are actually going to survive this. We basically took a blast of the actual TNT, we just kinda dipped our feet into the actual lava and we died. And using the actual protection is going to help us survive against all of these three things combined. So the protection, just the plain old protection 5, is definitely the best enchantment in the game as far as your armor goes. I really hope that this video helped some of you guys that are maybe new to the game and didn't know what enchantment to use for your armor. You don't have to combine different enchantments, you don't have to have different sets of the actual diamond armor with different enchantments. You can just go for full protection for diamond armor, and you're going to be protected by a lot of the actual damages, and it's definitely going to help you survive in many different occasions. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new. If you think any of your friends would enjoy this type of content and you think this would be useful for them, make sure to share with them. But as always, I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.